very welcome. Happy New Month to you, Lagos City and beyond. Welcome to the Spotlight. My name is Kizake. I'm happy to reunite with you again on TV. You just cannot imagine how happy I am. Actually, it's my birth month, yes. I'm feeling very fly about that. But let's talk about sports and go straight to the news where the draw for the preliminary stage 23-24 CAF Champions League Confederation Cup will hold on Tuesday. According to the CAF, the Champions League, the draw will be conducted at its headquarters in Cairo, Egypt. 54 clubs from 42 member associations are engaged in this season's Champions League, while 52 clubs representing for the one member association will compete in the second tier competition. Moving on, former champions Enyimba Remo Stars are Nigerian representative in the Champions League, while Rivers United and Bendel Insurance will play in the Confederation Cup. Last season, Al-Hilal beat Moroccan Wydad Casablanca in the final of the CAF Champions League to clinch a record standing 11 title. Meanwhile, the USM Alger hold the Confederation Cup title after overcoming Young Africans in one of the tournament's most memorable finals. I can't forget that in a hurry, and that's for the CAF. But next on the story now, let's get on the next one, where on Sunday we saw that, right? Talk about the League Management Board. LMB proposed an abridged format of 2 groups, A and B, with 10 teams each, and the order is yet to return to 20-team full Premier League season format. Talking about the MPFL, both formats are set to kick off on August 26. The 20 MPL clubs have been duly informed that in this abridged format, the season is expected to run until the 14th of April 2024, while the full season will continue until 9th of June 2024. Despite misconcerns from various quarters, it's certain that the 23-24 league campaign will begin on the last weekend of August 2023. Let's see how it goes now. Now, the other one, the organizers of the Value Jet Cup has announced the prize for the teams that will take part in this year's competition. The Value Jet Cup is an off-season tournament that takes place in support of the Nigerian Premier League football MPFL clubs that are preparing for just the next season domestic, also coming up in the continental campaigns. Now, this year's tournament will take place at the Remo Stars Stadium in Kenya, Ogun State, between August 4th and August 10th, and that's my day. Okay, now 8 teams will participate in this year's tournament. Enyimba FC, Remo Stars, Rivers United, and Bendel Insurance of Benin will be in the tournament. The remaining 4 will be announced subsequently. I'll keep you very much updated on that very one. The organizers of the Value Jet Cup announced on their Twitter handle that all participating clubs in the tournament will be given 500,000 naira. The winner prize will be the sum of 2 million naira. The second place team will get 1.5 million naira, and the third place team will get 1 million naira respectively. This is a 100% increment in the prize money given to last year's winner. Remo Stars won the 2022 edition, which also happened to be the first time the tournament was held. Now, moving on to the next story right here on Voice of People Television. Super Falcons head coach Ronald Waldrum heaped plaudits of his praise on the side after the end of place in the round of 16 at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup following the draw against Republic of Ireland. Waldrum side finished second in Group B behind co-host Australia, who trashed Canada 4-0. Super Falcons remain unbeaten in the competition with 1 win and 2 draws from 3 games. The American was proud of the performance of his team so far in the competition. Very happy he was. 2 years ago when we started, there were so many things that did not go well. Waldrum said after the game, so I told the Super Falcons players to keep working hard. So I'm proud of the performances, and I believe to qualify from this group, so many people did not give us, the Super Falcons, a chance of going through from this group without losing a match. So I'm very proud of the team, he said. The 66-year-old also reflected on the encounter against Republic of Ireland, and he said, I was disappointed because I thought we could win the match, but the fact that we got the objective of qualifying for the knockout stages is enough. The American-born handler remarked the Super Falcons will face either European champions England or Denmark in the round of 16, and let's wait to see what comes to play in that very, very much anticipated game coming up. So former Super Eagles coach Austin Guava also has congratulated the Super Falcons as they qualified for the round of 16 at the 23 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. The game ended 0-0 on Monday, July 31st at the Lang Park in Brisbane, right here in Australia. Katie McKebby also scored for Ireland in the 4th minute, and bouncing the striker Azizat Oshola had almost scored, sorry, I beg your pardon, almost scored, and also Azizat Oshola had a chance to score 9 minutes later, but her shot went flashed past the goalpost. Uche Nakano also nodded Tony Payne's cross at the Ireland goal in the 52nd minute, but the Irish goalkeeper tipped the ball to the crossbar. I felt and I thought that would have been a goal. Oshola had another chance in the second half to score a minute later after she was stayed up involved in the towards the 18-yard box, but her shot went agonizing wide. Australia also was subbed off for Great Monday subsequently, and Ifeoma Onumono was brought in for Uche Nakano. Monday went on an amazing run in added time, dribbling past several Irish defenders before laying on the pass to Rashida Achibade, who fired a shot that was comfortably saved by the Ireland goalkeeper. His name is Courtney Bosnan. Now the referee blew the whistle for the full time in the 97th minute. Iguamo took to his Twitter handle to hail the team after the historic feat. He said, "Congratulations to our queens, well done around the Wildrum and the entire backroom staff." We keep going, she tweeted. The Super Falcons will play England, Denmark or China on the round of 16. Now, the Super Falcons also finished second in the Group B with 5 points from 3 games, and Australia finished in first place with 7 points from the game, from the number of games. And that's just what it is. But I just wanted to just quickly go on to the next story, but I don't think I would want to do that just to be happy. I want to talk about that game that happened yesterday. We saw so many kind of football. I would give it to the Irish side. I feel like if it wasn't for the fact that the Irish ladies were in that group, I mean, the opposition was very strong, trust me. But I would give them that, not the results, but I'll give them the edge. You know, that's a wonderful team. They're debutants. The first time they've been involved in the World Cup, and you can see how the ladies play. Maccabi for me was just amazing. You know, Connolly from the left side was great. You know, Sullivan also in the middle was just doing all she knows how to do well. But let's talk about the winning side. Not really winning side, but you know, they managed to be out of the group. Talk about the Rather Wildrums team. I want to give it to this man, because trust me, if it wasn't going well, I would have to be here and say it's wrong, that he didn't do it right. If he does wrong, I'll say it. If he does it right, why not? So around the Wildrum yesterday, we've seen a different implementation of the team. The transitioning is great. He's a more of a defensive-minded manager, but he's not scared to attack you when it matters. Now, the Alozie pairing, you know, from the right side, and Plumptre, I beg your pardon, Ashley Plumptre, who plays for Leicester City, has been great. So we saw what happened yesterday. More of the time when Alozie, who plays for Houston Dash in Texas, happened to make a move to join the midfield or possibly go overlapping, we now see a back three. And where you have to see O'Harley, Demon Hain, and you know, Plumptre, she saved a whole lot of ball. Now the midfield is something I would not take away from Uchebi. Her work rate is second to none, top-notch player. She marks the ball. She looks like it's a do or die for her. Now also, there's a lady also in the engine room there, making everything look very right. I mean, she missed the first game. She returned the game, replacing Deborah Abiodun, who got a red card. Her name is Ayinde. Ayinde for me has been wonderful in this tournament. I think since she returned back, you know, from that suspension, she's just been doing what she knows how to do well. Now, okay. In that team again for the Falcons, there is a schema in that team. You need to know Tony Payne, who was born in Alabama. She's an American-born Nigerian professional footballer, plays for Sevilla in Spain. She's a quality player. You just would not, you know, watch less of this lady. She knows how to drive the ball. She doesn't stop running. She's always running. She's just always just there to make every move, and she has been so amazing. Now, Kano Uchenna, who I would like to say, I think hard work got her in that team. She wasn't a starter before, but the way she plays now, the understanding of the team was also okay. Now, Rashida Achibade, who plays for Atletico Madrid, wasn't really on her A game in the first half, but the manager had to do the transition, and we saw the best of her touching the ball in the second half. Yes, Aziza Oshola also the big name, maybe the biggest name in the team. I don't want to say she's not lived up to expectations, but she's been great. Her touches shows that yes, this is a professional, but I feel like she's not really fully fit at the moment. But scoring a goal, I mean, being a part of the World Cup team, you know, doing so well is just so great. Don't forget she plays for Barcelona Femini, and that's just what it is. But let's go away from that news and wait to see what happens when Nigerian Super Falcons will trade tackle with Denmark, or possibly the side of the Three Lioness, and that's for the England side. Let's go on to the next story now. Manchester United will decide striker Mason Greenwood's future before their opening Premier League game of the season against Wolves on 14 August. A number of serious charges against Mason Greenwood, including attempts of rape and assault, were dropped on 2nd February. The Crown Prosecution Service said key witnesses had withdrawn and new materials had come to light. It meant that there was no longer a realistic prospect on conviction at the time. A statement released on 21st last year, and also on Mason Greenwood's behalf, he is now relieved. However, Manchester United then said they are launching their own investigation. Mason Greenwood has been unavailable for selection ever since he has not been involved in the club Carrington training ground. His United contract runs until June 2025. Asked about the situation at the start of the United current tour at the United States, manager Erik ten Hag said he had given his opinion on the matter, but it was for others at the club to decide. It's understood that process is now near its conclusion, with an announcement anticipated at some point ahead of the Wolves game. So we just might be saying Mason Greenwood returning back to Manchester United, just maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to sound straight. The manager is not even sure. The manager said he can actually do what he wants to do, but all the power belongs to the club to decide if Mason Greenwood will be going on loan, possibly to Atalanta maybe, or he will stay back with the club. But what do you make about that story? I just would say he's a potential player. Nobody would, argue that Mason Greenwood, anytime he returns back, he would definitely blend again, gel again. But I don't know how he's going to feel mentally, and I pray he comes out very strong. Now, moving on to the next story, we can't talk less about Victor Osimhen. And the question has been, to Saudi side, €1 million per week. If you calculate that in Naira, it's a whole lot of money to talk about. So it's more like a sleepless night for Victor Osimhen and his representative. Al-Hilal are wanting to sign Victor Osimhen. Let's get on the news now. Serie A champions Napoli have turned down an offer in region of €140 million from Saudi Arabia professional league side Al-Hilal for Victor Osimhen. Osimhen is also not willing to make the move despite the Blue Waves with offering him an extraordinary €60 million per season. Al-Hilal are also expected to return with an improved bid for the Nigerian international. Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis has set a price tag at over €150 million. Osimhen is discussing a deal that would be worth €7 million per season, plus bonuses at the Stadio. Diego Armando Maradona, the forward, caught the eye after emerging top scorer in the Serie A last season with 26 goals from 32 matches, and that's for Victor Osimhen. Will he make the move is the question. Was on the show on radio, the lines were open at that point, and everybody would be like, let's get to know what people want to say about Osimhen. And everyone was talking about Victor Osimhen, you're 24, this is time to cash out. First of all, from the Napoli point of view, right, they don't want to sell for less. They don't want to sell their best player on a cheaper price. I know how it works. Aurelio De Laurentiis, the president of the club, feel like if I want to sell Victor Osimhen to our Saudi side, we could sell higher. But what is Osimhen going to be saying about this? What would the thoughts be in his mind? Like, does he want to make the move? Does he want to stay back with the Napoli side? Does he want to stay one more season? Can he turn down this offer? If you do the calculation, it looks very big to talk about. But let's go away from that story and talk about Barcelona now. Ousmane Dembele in the news. Barcelona winger Ousmane Dembele has agreed to join Paris Saint-Germain Ligue 1 outfit. This current summer transfer window, the Frenchman looks set to sign up for Ligue 1 champions on a 5-year contract. He has already agreed personal terms with the club. According to reports, Paris Saint-Germain will activate his £50 million release clause, £50 million release, sorry, that's euro, release clause shortly. However, this clause will rise to €100 million by August 1st. So Ousmane Dembele is just on the verge of maybe leaving. He's a French international. He's won the World Cup back in 2018. It's just going to be like a home base, going back away from Barcelona. Did he live up to expectation in Barcelona? Of course, he did. Yeah, he did. But maybe not fully to our expectations, because we know how Ousmane can be when he gets to be on his A game. So we just have to wait and know what comes out. The release clause looks triggering. It looks very big. 100 million release clause by August 1st, which happens to be today. So Paris Saint-Germain just might be getting to sign Ousmane Dembele away from Paris Saint-Germain. Then for Barcelona, they might be doing a U-turn where we'll have to see maybe João Felix or maybe Bernardo Silva going the other way. Now let's get on the next story, where his agent Moussa Sissoko allegedly received half of the fees paid by Paris Saint-Germain for the forward. Dembele initially rejected talks of a transfer to Paris Saint-Germain about a month ago. He is currently in USA with the rest of the Barcelona squad for the preseason tour. His current contract at the Blaugrana Blue and Red will expire in the summer of 2024. He joined Barcelona from Bundesliga club side Borussia Dortmund back in the summer of 2017. The 26-year-old scored 40 goals in 185 games across all competition for the Catalan club. Dembele racked up 5 goals and 7 assists in 25 Liga appearances in the 23-24 season. Barcelona won the La Liga title after acquiring 88 points from 38 games. Now, Paris Saint-Germain won the French Ligue 1 with a total of 85 points from 38 games in the top flight. Then Dembele initially rejected the talk of a transfer to Paris Saint-Germain about a month ago. Now he is currently in USA with the rest of the team for the preseason tour. His current club contract with the club will be expiring just so very close, and that's for 2024. Don't forget he joined Barcelona from that club Borussia Dortmund. So we have to note what comes up next for Ousmane Dembele, if he's going to stay with the club or not. But I think he's going to be leaving, trust me. Now let's get on this one. This man has finally made a move. He said something that struck my mind, and I felt so bad for him. His name is Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane has expressed his anger after departing Bayern Munich for Al-Nassr. His medical was done yesterday, where he will line up in attack alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. The Senegalese international is close to signing for the Saudi Pro League side and underwent his medical on Monday. Yesterday, Mane leaves Bayern Munich after only one season in Germany. He will cost around £34 million. That's approximately €40 million, and also receive a net salary of the same amount. Leaving Bayern hurts me, he said. I would have wished for a different ending. I know that I could have helped the team this season. Nevertheless, I only wish the club and the fans the best for the future. Coming from Sadio Mane, I feel for him. He doesn't feel happy about that. We're wrapping up the show. Let's talk about Rasmus Højlund, who will undergo his Manchester United medical today. The Nanny striker will fly into United to undergo his medical ahead of the blockbuster move to Old Trafford. United agreed to Atalanta in the deal worth €75 million plus another €10 million in add-ons. Højlund is set to become a Manchester United signing for the summer transfer window. The previous signing included Mason Mount, Andre Onana, and now Erik ten Hag will be delighted at landing his prime striker target. United lack cutting edge in attack, with Marcus Rashford the only potential threat. Højlund now will add goals to Erik ten Hag's side, which was severely missing. He has all the contribution and attributes to succeed in the Premier League. Højlund's skill could align with Ten Hag's tactical preference, allow him to implement a more well-rounded attacking system. His round pace alone, would add dynamism to the team in the front line, making them more potent. United are reportedly looking at making further addition to the squad, namely goalkeeper, midfielder, or a centre-back, or our Red Zion Suzuki. And Fiorentina Sofian Amrabat has been mentioned by the Motherboard report as potential targets for the Manchester United club. And that's what it is on the show. This is where I'll have to go. Calling to wrap right here on Voice of the People TV. My name is Kizzy K. I have to go now, but I'll be back on the radio. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Back on the TV for you to give it to you just the way it needs to be on every sporting news, to let you know. Just stay here. Don't go anywhere. Updating you on sports remains my objective, and I promise to return back hopefully better well. But let's go for now. Happy New Month. Bye-bye for now. Stay safe out there. I'm Kizzy K.